Good morning. You have defined breathing, inhalation, exhalation. Please go ahead and read page 110 where they describe a breathing rate, which is just how often you take a breath in a minute. I'd like to do page 111 today, how we breathe. Most of us know that we breathe through our nose, which the passages in the nose are called the nasal cavities. The nostrils take in air. It goes through the nasal cavities. Then it reaches our lungs through our windpipe. Lungs are inside our chest, protected by our rib cage. This cavity, there it says, surrounded by ribs on the sides. A large muscular sheet, a sheet of muscle called the diaphragm. Listen to how I'm using these words too. Sometimes you have difficulty saying these words out loud. And while we do not have to be perfect in English, we should be able to pronounce the scientific terms. The diaphragm is the floor, the bottom of our chest cavity. Breathing means moving the diaphragm and the rib cage. It involves it. That's not what it means. Then read this passage. It's the inhalation. When you breathe in, the ribs move up and out. Diaphragm moves down to make a lot of space. It increases the space. Why? Because when you want to breathe in, you want to take in air which rushes into the lungs. The lungs are filled with air. When you push the air out, the ribs move down and inward. The diaphragm moves up to its normal position. This makes the size of the chest cavity smaller, and we can push the air out. Today's assignment, finally a beautiful drawing in science. You're going to draw the nasal passage, the oral cavity, that's the mouth, the pharynx, the trachea, the lungs, the ribs, and where is the diaphragm? Here it is described as a muscular sheet, the floor of the chest cavity. The trachea is also part of the windpipe. You breathe in through here, ideally, but you can also breathe in through here. You see that? But you breathe in through your nasal cavity. It goes in, goes into the lungs. Here's where it's exchanged into the blood. That's why there's these little branches. But for today, I am happy if you draw this diagram and just explain the breathing process like I did in this video. And that means you have to write it down along with this diagram.